So yeah, my name is Omar Gonzalez. I am originally from Colombia, and I'm investing in the real estate in the United States since 2017. I first started with a couple of multifamily houses in Dallas, and then when I knew about multifamily, I transitioned into investing more into multifamily. That was back in 2019. And since then, I've been focusing more in trying to develop my knowledge and skills to keep investing in multifamily. So far from 2019, I've been investing as a limited partner in a total of 7 multifamily deals. It was limited, I would say. It was growing. I've been a very active passive investor, active in the sense that I've been actively listening at podcasts, reading books, networking with individuals, either limited partners as well, other investors, but as well with syndicators. So in that time, I started growing and learning more about multifamily. But definitely there was a gap, and that gap was mainly in how to analyze deals in a better way. I think that the way I was doing before when I first started was just trust. And that is important, but it's very important and highly recommended to analyze deal and vet the deal, so you can be, or you can take stronger and better decisions. So yeah, it was limited, and I think this course helped me a lot with that. Honestly, I was a little bit lost because first of all, I was just starting into the multifamily, and it was difficult for me to understand everything that was involved, from the syndicator to the market, to the property, to the other things that as a limited partner you need to look into, which is the deal and the numbers and the pro forma. I think one of the things that I did before was trying to focus in one market that I feel comfortable with, and try to connect as much as I could with other individuals. In that way, I started building my knowledge, and I started making my own checklist on how I should look into deals. But definitely, I was paying attention more into the sponsor, and I was paying attention more into the market, and I was missing the important part, which is analyzing the deals. So that's the gap that I've been covering with this course, definitely. Well, I think I know Joseph from a couple of years ago. This is a person that I've been following in the business, and I know the quality of the knowledge that Joseph had. So really, my expectations was that I was going to be able to analyze the deal from the investor side, not from the syndicator side, which is a big difference. There are a lot of, I would say, assumptions, and there are a lot of numbers that the syndicator does that normally may differ or could be somehow different from the assumptions that as a limited partner we should put. So I know that this course was different from others, and I know that this course will give me that approach to analyze deal from the investor side as a limited partner. It did. It definitely did. And the reason is because I was able to understand better the numbers. Not only that, but I was able to understand how I can challenge the assumptions from a syndicator, from the good point of view. Building a more robust model that can help me to first analyze the deal quickly, and then if that passed that first filter, I was going to be able to analyze it a little bit deeper. I knew that this course will give me that tools, and definitely it gave me that tool. In fact, I took this course with another friend of mine that lives in the same city that I'm living. And from that moment, we started getting together and we built a model that now we both are using based on what we learned from the deal. And this person is from the financing area, so he knows about the numbers. And even for him, it was eye-opening, everything that we learned in that course. And definitely is gonna have and is having a big impact in our decisions as investors, as limited partners. Two things. Many of the training that is out there is more built to understand how a syndication works. So you see the basic of a syndication, what a limited partner is, what a general partner is, what a deal looks like, etc. And that's too general. And that is good information. I think it really helped me to understand how a syndication works, but it was not enough. So the difference between this training and some other courses that I've seen and I've been taking is that this training is from the perspective from the limited partner, the perspective from the investor. Not only that, but also Joseph was able to explain many things that as a syndicator, he knows that are concerns for our limited partners. So it may represent red flags. So being able to identify red flags as a limited partner is important, and this course had that advantage, which other courses didn't have. That is one thing. The other thing I think is that many of the training out there are valuable, are very good, but somehow the training is outdated. You know, they have been recording this training 2 years, 3 years ago, and it's still there, which is good. But the training that Joseph is giving is current. I mean, he just did it, he just completed. So it's something that is outdated, and that it brings a lot of value information in the current market. And the third thing as well is that I think that taking this course as well has given us the opportunity to have a little bit more access to Joseph in terms of questions that we may have, challenges that we are having when we are analyzing deals. He's very accessible, and we can contact him for specific questions, obviously respecting his time, but he's very accessible. So all of that brings a very good package that is adding a lot of value as a limited partner. I always thought that a good way to build wealth is through passive investing. And there are many ways, but this particular way, using multifamily, it brings the advantage of being able to invest even if you are not currently in the United States, being able to select the deals that you can invest in or that you are interested. But especially, it feels very good when after a couple of deals and after a couple of years, when you have taken good decisions and have made good deals, that money arrives to your bank account. You know that your money is working, you know that your money is there. I'm a W-2 employee still, so I really earned that money, and I really want to take care of that money. So passive investing is now knowing that that money is working for me and is in good hands. So that's the way I see it. Because of the relation that I have now with many syndicators, I'm receiving frequently deals in the area that I'm interested in the market that I'm interested in. And this course has given me the opportunity to do a very quick analysis of the deals and focus in key information or key data. So because of that, probably have passed, well, in the deals that when I have the capital and I'm ready to invest, I have passed in the last month probably 4 deals, just because it doesn't have information that I learned is critical, that probably has some other assumptions that I know that are not correct. So in the last month, probably 4 deals. And I just took the training, so I'm sure that this is going to help me to be more selective in the deals in the future. Joseph makes a a lot of emphasis in the loss to lease. And I think this is a component that we as a passive investor, we don't look that much into detail. So if I have to say one thing that has helped me a lot um, to understand when a deal may be a red flag is when I see, for example, this key indicator, this loss to lease, that is not being included in the performance. There are a lot of questions that will rise because of that. So I've been focusing in that information. I'm trying to dig that a little bit deeper into the deals that I'm interested in. But definitely that is one of the tools that I learned in this training that is helping me a lot. I think it was two things. The first one is how easy is to analyze a deal from the very beginning, a quick analysis. What surprised me the most is that, yes, syndicators are important. Yes, the market is important, but sometimes you have both, but the deals is not making any sense. So the surprise that I got is that I started analyzing not only current deals, but deals that I received probably 6 months ago that if I had the capital, I definitely would have invested. And then by doing this analysis as part of developing my skills and training, I found out that those were not good deals. So what surprised me the most is that even if after probably 2-3 years that I have invested passively, I was considering that I had a good knowledge. It definitely surprised me that I was risking my money in deals that probably were not good deals as some syndicators put it. So this is the one thing that surprised me the most. It's very simple. It's very quickly to analyze a deal initially, and then once you have selected a better deal, you can go a little bit deeper into the analysis of that deal. Definitely passive investor, either beginners or experienced passive investors. The market is very hot now. So I think every person that wants to invest in multifamily, they need to take this training. The chances of an investor getting into a bad deal are high because the market is very hot. There may be some people that is overpaying for the properties. So today is the most important day when deals needs to be properly analyzed. So any experienced or any beginner investor that wants to go into a multifamily investment as a vehicle to build wealth, they really need to take this training. I think that the cost is too high to wait. There are still good deals, but as everybody said, good deals are more difficult to find these deals, but they're still there. Is now a mandatory requirement that we can have enough knowledge to identify those deals, but at least to prevent into going into bad deals. So looking from the fence is not really a good position. Inflation is growing. The market, yeah, is hot, but real estate is a long-term business. And the more you delay your step forward, the more time it's going to take for that person to gain some wealth in this business. Yeah, one of the things that I think is a very good benefit that I haven't seen in any other training is that Joseph's training includes some live deals that he analyzed himself. A couple of years ago, there were a couple of deals, and he takes those pro formas from those deals and he goes into the analysis of those deals. And it's a very good way to put in practice the knowledge of that training. So that I haven't seen that in other training, real deals being analyzed with the same tool that Joseph explaining his training is something really, really helpful. Very convenient when you want to build your skills in analyzing multifamily deals. And also when he explained, for example, the options to refi the deals, and hold that refi sometimes is the lifeguard that these deals have. If they cannot do the refi, these deals are not gonna be good deals. Who can ensure that there's gonna be a good environment to refinance these deals at that time in 3 years or not? So those kind of things are the things that puts you really to think about. Yeah, that's a good point. I cannot base the success of a deal in the refinance that they will do in 3 years, because probably that is not going to be a good time to do it. So what else can I analyze so the deal is going to perform better, even if that deal is not refined? So no, definitely a lot of things from there.